Gilmore Girls and the Dance Marathon. Did you know? The title for Season 3, Episode 7 was based on the 1969 movie called They Shoot Horses, Don't They?, which was based on the dance marathons of the 1930s, for those of you that don't know. During the Great Depression, dance marathons would be held in towns across the country. These events not only provided a roof over their heads, but 12 square meals, which enticed many of these contestants to keep enduring on. During the Great Depression, there were food lines and food was a scarcity, so this was a huge incentive. There were also prizes, which kind of remind you of people like this and that. The more I read about the dance marathons of the 1930s, I couldn't separate how it felt so much like the Hunger Games. It was not just some crazy event that Taylor came up with. Now let's talk about how we filmed the dance marathon of Gilmore Girls. The dance marathon episode of Gilmore Girls was filmed over the course of 2 days. And if I remember correctly, we filmed it in order of the script, starting with the most amount of dancers that we had on the floor and then whittling people away throughout the 2 days. There were professional dancers who were ringers. In fact, the girl that danced with Kirk was a professional dancer. And many of the people you see doing flips and specialty dance moves were hired just because of their skills. I'm friends with one of the specialty dancers, and he said that the choreographer was friends with him and brought him on. Now, Kenny Ortega was the director of that episode. And I remember when we were on set, Kenny was working out the choreography with the choreographer, and they were like creating dance moves sometimes on the floor. The scene where everyone was running in circles around the dance floor, that was achieved with this very specialized dolly. Our dolly grip Cal, aka the California Kid, aka the Kool-Aid Man. I did a video about him with Jackson's pajamas. You can watch all about it. Anyways, Cal was wearing roller skates when he operated this dolly. This dolly was a little bit more unusual than any other dolly you will see ever because they built it for this moment. The Steadicam operator was situated in the middle, and it was almost like a shopping cart. And Steve had the Steadicam rigged to him while he was standing on this cart. Check out this photo. You can even see Cal's roller skates. Here's me on set that day with the entire costume department. Here's another photo that day. This is Liz Torres, aka Miss Patty, with Danny Giles. Danny was one of our PAs on the show, and Danny's mom came to set that day and was one of the dancers. Do you remember that story I told you about Jared and the day that Jared didn't show up to work and someone got sent to Jared's house to go wake him up? Well, Danny was the one that climbed the balcony. I've talked about this episode before, but if you have any other questions, leave it in the comments. And if you can do me the hugest favor, because the only way we get paid as creators on this app is if you engage with the video. Please hit all those buttons, and when this starts to play again, please click that comment, because it's going to take you back to a video that inspired my video today. It's not a video I made, but a video about the history of the real-life dancers from the dance marathons of the 1930s.